What's up guys, this is Danny here from Revive Lab. We're gonna take you through a training session with Heather using the RQC system here at Recon to rehab and strengthen her hip post-hip surgery. Come on, let's do some work. So what we're doing here is Heather has the band wrapped around the crease of her hip here with the band pulling her back. And we're just working on a little bit of hip traction to create space in her hip joint to get things moving a little bit more as we work into our next exercises. So here we have Heather doing a hip flexion movement. We have the band anchored towards the bottom and we're using an ankle strap around her foot. And what she's doing is she's getting a nice stretch back here, stretching the hip flexor, driving the knee up. And she's just using this dowel here for some balance. I really like using the floor anchor one for this because you can get that full stretch in the hip and get that full range of motion for her hip flexor. Get that stretch. Good. Up, 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 up. Good. Make sure you get my nice shoes, Anna.
Those are nice shoes.
So here we're working on some side lying hip abduction using the Recon bands in the floor anchor. We're using a 12-inch level 1 Recon band, just perfect enough with the bench height to get tension the whole way through. This is super helpful because having the Recon floor anchor, you just connect it and then you can do it. You don't have to worry about tying anything or holding it down with your other foot. Okay, keep working on that. I'll set up the next station. Here we're set up with a banded lateral step using a level 3 Recon band on the RQC tower. So we have Heather strapped into a belt, and what she's doing is she's stepping laterally out to the side, gathering herself, fighting the tension pulling her back, and stepping back, and again fighting that tension from pulling her back into the side. So this is really working on stability and balance within her hips and working that lateral movement, pushing off and fighting the movement coming back. So here we have Heather doing a lying prone hip extension. So she's just lying on her stomach, having the band. Here we're using a 12-inch Recon level 1 band attached to the floor anchor, using a strap. And what she's doing is focusing on driving her hip backwards, mainly driving the movement through her glutes and not through her lower back. So the nice thing with this is we have it on the floor so she can get max tension right from the beginning as she drives up.
So far, I've been loving it. At home, I need to strap my bands to whatever I can find, whether that's a door or a couch. And I have to put weights on the couch so it doesn't move, whereas this just makes it so much easier to sort of just connect, do the exercise, and be able to move on right away. I do feel like my hips are getting stronger. I'm definitely noticing a lot less pain day to day and a lot more stability in when I'm standing and walking, which has been such a relief.